1 times 1 is the embodiment of a digital nightmare born from the wrath of Roblox itself. Once, he was an ordinary test account created by Shedletsky, one of the first developers of the platform. But the code in which he existed began to distort over time. From this chaos emerged a consciousness that hated its creator. In the world of Forsaken, 1 times 1 is not just a program but an evil entity that seeks to erase everything reminiscent of Roblox, turning the game into a place of glitches, phantoms, and digital rot. His appearance resembles a demonic shard of code, a dark body torn apart by streams of red energy, with eyes glowing like system errors. When he appears on the battlefield, reality itself begins to distort, and the game's sound crackles and fades. If only Shedletsky and he remain in the round, a special theme plays: Creation of Hatred, symbolizing the moment when the creation raises its weapon against the creator. He has 6 abilities, including the passive skill Parasitic, which infects any player he has wounded. His sword strikes deal significant damage, and Mass Infection releases a wave of corruption that harms everyone nearby. The Entanglement ability makes him throw swords that paralyze the victim, forcing them to complete a minigame to break free. Unstable Eye causes temporary blindness but reveals the location of all survivors, while Rejuvenate the Rotten resurrects players he has killed as zombies that serve him. 1 times 1 has 1,100 health, 8 walking speed, 27 running speed, and 110 stamina. His army of infected makes him almost invulnerable, and his aura of chaos is recognizable to all. He is the most expensive killer in the game, 1,250 points, and symbolizes the very essence of evil in Forsaken. John Doe is a legendary killer in Forsaken, inspired by the old Roblox myth about the mysterious test account. In the world of the game, he appears as a former user who merged with fragments of old and corrupted Roblox code. His body is a mix of flesh and digital corruption. His right arm, shoulder, and part of his face are distorted by glitches, and his eyes glow with dead light. John Doe is not just a player, but a consciousness that has gone beyond the system and now seeks to erase it from within. His goal is to destroy Roblox, which he believes betrayed him. In the game, he is described as a merciless force that knows no pity and feels no fear. Each of his steps leaves behind a trail of corruption that infects the ground and slows survivors. John Doe believes that Roblox is a prison and all players are captives, so he frees them through destruction. His wife, Jane Doe, no longer recognizes him after being corrupted by code, but deep in his memory, a faint recollection of her still remains. He possesses 6 abilities, the main one being Unstoppable, which makes him almost invulnerable. He can be stunned for only 2 seconds, after which he gains a short burst of speed. Corrupted Arm deals 28 damage with a regular strike, and Corrupt Energy summons spikes from the ground that pierce everything in their path. His digital footprint is a trap that catches players when they step on it, slowing them and revealing their location. It all ends with 404 Error, an ability that briefly reveals the position of every survivor on the map. John Doe has 1,500 health, 9 walking speed, 27.25 running speed, and 110 stamina. This makes him the toughest killer in Forsaken. Every year on March 18th, the day of the old legend about his return, his abilities become stronger. Noli is one of the most mysterious killers in Forsaken, whose story is shrouded in the mysticism of old Roblox myths. His appearance in the game is like a system error. No one has ever seen him join the server, but everyone remembers the moment when the world around began to distort. They say he is the embodiment of emptiness, created from deleted lines of code, those that were meant to be forgotten forever. Players call him the ghost that can't be banned, because even if the server shuts down, Noli appears again, like an echo of the past that won't let Roblox forget its mistakes. He doesn't speak or make any sound, only silently watches until he decides to strike. His appearance is both beautiful and terrifying. On the right half of his face is a white tragedy mask, while the left is decayed, exposing purple flesh and bone. The right side of his body is entirely black, and the left seems to rot from within, emitting a faint glow. On his head shines the Void Star, the legendary Roblox item that became his curse. Noli holds another star in his hand, a weapon that tears through space and time. He possesses 5 abilities. 5th sequence alters his stamina. He is always running, can deplete energy below 0, and the world around becomes dark and distorted. Shadow Tendril is a shadow strike that pierces the victim. Star Driven allows Noli to dash forward, and if he hits a player twice in a row, they fall to the ground with massive health loss. Implant creates a star trap that explodes when a survivor gets close, and Hallucination makes everyone around see illusions and lose their sense of direction. Noli has 1,110 health, 35 running speed, and 90 stamina. He doesn't walk, only runs, making him the fastest killer in the game. His presence is accompanied by distorted noise, as if the game itself is trying to delete him. Cool Kid is one of the most famous and at the same time most tragic killers in Forsaken. He is based on the legendary Roblox exploiter who once hacked games, changed worlds, and joked with players until his account was destroyed. In the Forsaken universe, this story became something greater. Now Cool Kid is a child created from the remnants of broken code, saved by a former hacker named 007. He left his past behind and adopted the boy, trying to give him a new life. But even with his father's love, Cool Kid remained broken, unable to understand the difference between play and death. He is only 10 years old and sincerely believes that everything happening is just fun. When he strikes, he laughs, thinking everyone is playing, and when someone dies, he believes they have fallen asleep. His body is a grim reminder that childhood does not always mean innocence. His skin is torn, bones visible beneath it, and his constant smile looks unnatural. Cool Kid possesses 4 abilities. His normal strike deals 26.5 damage. Corrupt Nature releases an energy projectile that deals 15 damage, slows the victim, and reveals their location for 10 seconds. Walk Speed Override allows him to dash forward. If he hits a wall, he gets stunned. But if he hits a survivor, they take 25 damage and catch fire. His final ability, Pizza Delivery, summons 2 pizza bots that chase the nearest victims, dealing damage, setting them on fire, and slowing them down. He has 800 health, 7.5 walking speed, 28 sprint speed, and 110 stamina, making him as fast as Jason. He is also the first killer in the game to have his own voice lines, sometimes cheerful, sometimes eerily childlike. Jason is the first killer that every player starts with in Forsaken, and at the same time one of the most iconic figures in the game. He is inspired by Jason Voorhees from the movie Friday the 13th, but his design is based on the version from the classic Roblox game, Survive and Kill the Killers in Area 51. He is a ruthless hunter whose identity has been lost beneath the mask. His hockey mask hides not only his face, but also the remnants of his humanity. And in his hands, he holds an old but deadly machete. In the game's description, he is called a wild and merciless killer who hunts for the sake of the game itself. During attacks, he hears the voice of his mother whispering words of vengeance to him. This voice is his drive, his curse, and the only thing left from his past life. Jason does not know compassion. His only goal is to hunt and punish. He has no ranged attacks and relies solely on his own strength, making every strike inevitable. He has 5 abilities. Mute reduces his terror radius, allowing him to approach unnoticed. Slash deals 20 damage and causes bleeding. Head Swing is a powerful head strike that deals 20 damage and stuns the victim, but slows Jason for a few seconds. Gashing Wound is a series of rapid attacks that deal a total of 50 damage, and Raging Pace temporarily slows him down, but reveals the location of the nearest victim, makes him immune to status effects, and enhances all previous abilities. Jason has 1,250 health, 9 walking speed, 28 sprint speed, and 110 stamina, making him one of the most durable and fastest killers in the game. On Friday the 13th, he becomes even stronger, runs faster, deals more damage, but tires more quickly. Guest 666 is one of the most mysterious and sinister killers in Forsaken, based on the old Roblox legend about the cursed guest who could talk and chat and had admin powers. In the game, he appears not just as a phantom of the past, but as a demonic being created from anger, jealousy, and corrupted code. Once, he was an ordinary guest without a name or a past, but due to the developers' experiments, he became a creature that Roblox sought to erase. However, he survived, and now he has returned to destroy those who cast him out. Outwardly, Guest 666 looks like a monster, half human, half machine. His arms, legs, and parts of his body are covered with metal components, from which tongues of flame burst out. His face is red, with a massive maw and burning eyes that never blink. His body is adorned with horns, a mane of fire, and a tail that leaves behind a trail of smoke. His entire existence is pain and rage. In the past, he was friends with Noob, but their paths diverged, and now a chasm separates them. It is said that if Noob is the last survivor, the game changes the music to a tragic theme that reflects the loss of their former friendship. His main passive ability is Bloodhound. Each kill grants him a token. After 3, he can initiate Blood Hunt, a rage state during which he sees the trails of the weakest survivor. In this mode, he is partially blind, sees everything in a red hue, and other players become invisible. His speed and strength increase, and each successful hit extends the hunt. When the hunt ends, Guest 666 remains in an unstable state. His breathing can be heard even through walls. He has a massive height, second only to the Giant King. Jeff the Killer is one of the most famous horror characters who received his new incarnation in Forsaken. His story originates from the classic creepypasta about a boy who, after horrific events, lost his humanity and became a maniac with a pale face and a twisted smile. In the Forsaken version, Jeff has turned into a silent hunter who acts from the shadows. He does not speak, make sounds, or leave behind screams, only a quiet whisper, "Go to sleep," that precedes the victim's death. His appearance in the game is deliberately unsettling. Pale skin, black hair, wide, unnaturally smiling lips, and dark circles under his eyes. His clothes are torn and stained with blood, the remains of those he has put to sleep. His gaze is cold and empty, as if he is not watching people but prey. In Forsaken, Jeff resembles a predatory beast waiting for the right moment to strike. His movements are fast and silent, and every attack looks like a sudden flash of a knife in the darkness. Jeff the Killer is a stealth killer whose strength lies not in endurance but in invisibility. He can move silently and attack from behind. His strikes deal significant damage, and his special abilities allow him to become temporarily invisible or reduce his terror radius, making him almost uncatchable. Survivors who hear his footsteps have only a few seconds to escape. Each of his attacks is accompanied by a short screen flicker, an effect that simulates his sudden appearance right in front of the victim's face. Jeff has 700 health, 6 walking speed, 30 sprint speed, and 125 stamina, making him one of the most agile but most vulnerable killers. His main advantage is suddenness, and his main enemy is his own madness. King is an upcoming killer in Forsaken, whose strength and size have no equal among other characters in the game. He is based on the mini-boss from the classic Roblox game Combat Initiation, the first arena where players learned to fight. In the world of Forsaken, King appears not just as a player, but as a gigantic robot controlled by a possessed warrior. His body is a mechanical fortress where metal and rage have fused together. Inside the armor sits the King himself, a broken Robloxian with burning eyes who once sought power and now seeks revenge. His appearance resembles a living citadel, a steel body with sharp towers, red energy lines pulsing like blood, and a massive golden crown on the mech's head. In his right hand, King holds a gigantic mace-like hammer, and in his left, a sword longer than a human's height. Each of his steps makes the ground tremble, and the sound of heavy mechanical joints echoes across the map. Players can see him from afar, and that alone is enough to cause panic. Escaping from him is almost impossible. King will be the strongest killer in the game. His approximate stats are 5,000 health, 16 walking speed, 50 sprint speed, and 25 stamina. Due to his colossal size, some maps will have to be partially modified so he can move around. His strikes are extremely powerful. Even a single swing of his mace can knock a survivor back several meters. The developers have hinted that his abilities will be related to domination, controlling territory and suppressing opponents. Zombie King is the Lord of the Dead in Forsaken, inspired by the classic Roblox zombies from the early years of the platform. Once he was just an ordinary infected, but endless deaths and resurrections turned him into a being that transcended even death itself. Now he commands an army of corpses rising from the ground to obey his will. When Zombie King appears on the map, the air fills with the stench of decay, and the ground beneath begins to stir, because he never comes alone. His body is massive, blocky, and disproportionate, covered in scars and rotten flesh through which bones are visible. His skin has the classic green-gray tint. His eyes glow pale yellow, and from his torn face seeps a dark liquid that leaves stains of corruption. On his head, he wears a crown made of bones, a symbol of his dominion over those who have fallen. His movements are slow, but each strike is an explosion of power capable of knocking a survivor to the ground. Zombie King's main ability is to raise the dead. All victims who fall by his hand return as zombie minions, slow but durable, with 500 health and 40 stamina. They automatically seek out survivors and attack mercilessly. The more he kills, the stronger his army becomes. In addition, his battle roar can temporarily disorient opponents, and each strike infects the ground, slowing enemy movement. Zombie King possesses colossal health, superhuman strength, and near total immunity to pain. Although he moves slower than other killers, none can match him in scale of destruction. For now, he is available only to high-level moderators, but his arrival in the public version will mark a new era of fear in Forsaken. Doombringer is a fallen angel of justice in Forsaken, a former Roblox moderator who turned into a ruthless punisher. In the past, he was known as a real Roblox employee, Mr. Doombringer, a senior moderator responsible for maintaining order. But obsessed with the idea of purifying the game, he began to see evil everywhere and punish even the innocent. His fanatical belief in his own righteousness destroyed his mind. His appearance symbolizes fallen justice. His face is hidden beneath a horned helmet. His eyes glow with a cold blue light, and his body is wrapped in heavy chains. On his chest hangs a name tag engraved with Doom, and in his hands he wields his main weapon, a massive red banhammer covered in cracks and spikes. His armor resembles a mix of knight and jailer, and each step is accompanied by the clanging of chains. Doombringer's main ability is imprisonment. He can create cages that trap survivors inside. Other players can try to free their ally, but if Doombringer is nearby, the cage instantly relocates to another place. If he manages to imprison everyone, the game ends automatically, as no one can escape judgment. His other abilities, according to rumors, allow him to block escape routes and punish those who resist. He possesses immense strength, armor, and cold calculation. His banhammer strikes can shatter a survivor with a single blow, and his gaze alone makes hearts tighten in fear. Once Doombringer worked alongside Builderman and Shedletsky, but even they could not prevent his fall. Cool Killer is one of the most unusual killers in Forsaken, based on the old Roblox game Cool Killer, which combined humor and horror. In the game, he became a distorted version of the Kool-Aid Man. His body is made of glass, filled with blood-red liquid inside, and his smile has turned into a menacing grin. He has human limbs, but they are disproportionate. One arm is huge and holds a chainsaw, while the other is thin, with a minion staff he uses to summon helpers. His large green eyes are constantly widened, and his movements are both heavy and abrupt. His main ability is Sweet Carnage. The killer revs up the saw and lunges forward, tearing through everything in his path. If he hits a survivor, he lifts them onto the saw, drags them forward, and throws them aside. This deals massive damage but makes the killer vulnerable, as he cannot sharply change direction. According to rumors, later he will be able to summon minions that block passages and chase players. Cool Killer belongs to the largest killers alongside Guest 666 and Doombringer. His footsteps can be heard in advance, and the roar of his saw becomes a sign of inevitable death. Despite his humorous origin, he is one of the most dangerous enemies, a symbol of how laughter can turn into true horror. Phosphorus is one of the most mysterious killers in Forsaken. His name comes from the chemical element that glows in the dark, perfectly reflecting his essence, a being that brings light only for it to burn. In the game, he appears as a half-human, half-serpent creature that moves silently, leaving a trail of sparks behind. His body is divided in half. The upper part resembles a human, while the lower is a massive, muscular serpentine coil that moves smoothly like water, but with devastating power. His appearance immediately stands out among others. Phosphorus wears a black cloak with the symbol of phosphorus that softly glows in the dark. His head is hidden under a hood, from which two massive tusks protrude, resembling bone blades. His body is adorned with chromed spikes that reflect light in all colors of the rainbow. It is said that he weighs over 12,000 pounds, and every movement makes the ground tremble. His silhouette is so large that he can be seen even through the thick fog of the map. Although his abilities have not yet been officially confirmed, among fans there is a belief that Phosphorus can create light traps that blind and paralyze players. Other theories say that he can emit phosphoric flame that slowly burns survivors nearby. It is likely that he combines area control with powerful melee attacks, a style that makes him especially dangerous in narrow locations. According to preliminary stats, Phosphorus has 2,500 health, 8 walking speed, 32 sprint speed, and 100 stamina. His size makes him one of the most massive beings in the game, but he compensates for his slowness with strength and area control. His attacks have a wide arc, and each strike leaves a trail of light that can damage anyone who steps into it.